Hi, Joe here with another episode of Roadaways 3, playing as the Imperial Japanese Navy. 1890 start. I have a bit of a sore voice, but yeah, so last time we left off, we looked at our PowerPoint, the PowerPoint fun, and we decided about what our ships wanted to be. And we kind of decided I needed a new dreadnought, pre-dreadnought. Having a new heavy cruiser, or rather armored cruiser, would be nice. And having another protected cruiser as well. The armored cruiser being less of a priority, mainly because the other two were a lot worse. And these were sort of my estimated ranges for them, about how much they might cost. So after doing a bit of designing, this is the fleet expansion plans for 1890. At the bottom we have the old Fuso class. At the top, the new Shimosa class. Displacement is about double speed, 3 more knots, although after a 300 gold refit, $300 refit total, this would be 15, but it's still 2 knots over, so it's good. The cost, almost double. That's a big yikes. However, the cost comes from the armament. Primary 2x12, not a lot of big guns. Doesn't really matter early on though, because the accuracy is so bad, and you're basically close range anyway. Looking at the secondary and tertiary package, double the amount of secondary, double the amount of tertiary, and a higher caliber as well. Not only that, but 2 torpedoes, 5 broadside. So this thing packs a punch. Sort of similar belt and deck as well. This 8-inch belt, it protects against a 13-inch -2 caliber gun. So at the start, this is gonna absolutely murder. At least it should. Its low primary count doesn't matter too much because, it's inaccurate early on. Faster speed. As torpedoes, that's important as well, especially because we're using the torpedo doctrine, so hopefully that will help. It's much more expensive than what I wanted, but that's because of the amount of guns. If these guns got decreased and this decreased to 10,000 displacement, this would be at about 3,300 tons, which I feel would might be better, but having just a few big quality battleships may be good, especially against the Chinese, but we'll see how that goes. Also on these, because we're using such a big secondary package, 12 8-inch guns, the secondary armor is, I think it was 6.5 inch, while the main turret was 6-inch, which I feel is okay because we're not really relying on the main turrets. Because what we want to be using lots of HE shells to set things on fire. Like, these guns are going to have to be really big to penetrate a deck, and you're going to have to be like up in each other's face. So instead of doing that, we could just go lots of little guns and use fire, especially because damage control isn't very good. So that's what the plan with the Shimosa is. However, because of the cost, I think we're only going to build 3 of them, probably, instead of 4, but it's there. And next is our armoured cruiser, the Nizumu class. 7k displacement, 19 knot speed, 1 less. Similar cost as well, it's 440 cheaper. And the armament, same primary, much better secondary. 6 extra 6-inch guns. A little bit more tertiary guns, but they're high caliber as well. And 2 broadside torpedoes. Bit of a heavier belt as well. So much better than this Izumu class. We lost 1 knot of speed, but we gained so much extra firepower, so I think it's kinda okay. And this 7k displacement, it's the lowest this can go to have this many guns. So this is kind of really efficient gun-wise to not have any penalties to the rate of fire due to the amount of guns. However though, because we already have 2 of these making for half price, I think we're only gonna build 1 to start with, and then the second one will be a bit deprioritized, but it's there and it's good. There's a lot of guns. Similar thing to the pre-dreadnought. It'll be really good for setting fires onto the ships. Let's look at our protected cruiser. So I came up with 2 ideas for the protected cruiser. We have the Hane class and the Hakuma class. The Hane class, 5k displacement, 21 speed, about 20k gold. Primary, looking at the Hane from the old Unube class. Worse primary, but due to reasons I've talked about, it doesn't matter too much because it won't penetrate and it's inaccurate. It has a lot more guns though. At least secondary guns, tertiary not so much, but they're a bit higher caliber. And broadside torpedoes. Then we have the Hakuma class. 4k displacement, 20 knot speed, 1 less. But 15k gold class. That's 75% of the Hane. And it's even cheaper than the Unube. Bit worse primary. Better secondary. Better tertiary and broadside as well. So with how cheap this is, I feel it's just so much better, because to add 1 knot of speed to this, it would add on 2k gold cost, because it's got to the point where, at least at the start, where making more than 20 knot, the inefficiency is costing so much. So saving 2k gold just by dropping a knot, I think is okay. Especially for something like this where we want, 5 of them, 5 or so of them. That'd be a whole extra, almost an extra free cruiser to add on, which I feel is okay. It's only 1 knot. It's not the most, and it should be outgunning the Chinese light cruiser, which has 21 knot speed. So it's also okay. So out of these 2, the Hakuma class wins, and this is what we're going to be going on with production. So if we just tab back in and back into the game, what we need to do is we need to set these up for rebuild. Yep, and we just put them in with nothing done to get 1 extra knot, and it barely costs anything. Right, because I don't know, I haven't played in the Pacific, so I don't know what the waves, the ocean is like. So I kept freeboard as normal because I wasn't sure if the coast, or rather if the North Asia and Southwest Asia, you could get away with low freeboard. Maybe that was a bit of a weight saving there, but I'm not too sure, so I didn't go with it. We'll just rebuild these for about 450 gold, and they'll get a knot. Getting a knot for 450 gold is good, I feel. Rebuild ship. Okay. And now what we wanted to do, we wanted to make... yes, before that actually, we actually wanted to make the ships. So our Shimoza class, wanted to lock it in, and it has been built at Great Britain. Because it's so big we can't build it, and we have good relation with them out of all the other powers. And it'll take 3 months. It's okay if it goes into the red, because it's going to go into the green next month anyway. Now we wanted the Hakuma class, because I was deprioritizing the Nizumo armored cruiser a little bit. So we want this rolling out. Okay. And to make sure that we stay in the red, what we're just going to do in the red, we stay in the green. What we're going to do, we're just going to deprioritize some of the coastal batteries. We'll just do them all, and then we can build a little bit more up, because these aren't too important to be built. They'll be nice, but it's okay if they're not. So we have the 2 design studies going. We have our spies on China, doctrine. We wanted to prioritize fire shells with pretty much everything. We definitely want a bigger percent. Bigger guns. I mean, this includes the 8-inch guns, so yeah, we even want the 8-inch guns to be pretty heavy on HE, I feel, or maybe half and half is good. The 7-inch ones, they're not going to penetrate the other battleships, but they can penetrate the cruisers and such, so I feel at least having some AP is important on them. What we'll try is this, yeah. We're firing, target is CA. Well, we obviously want, is it armored cruiser? Kinda. Well, they'll penetrate still, but yeah, I feel that that's okay. Okay, so now that's done. Was there anything else I needed to do? I don't think so. So yeah, we can start the first turn. Not much going on. They're making, at the German shipyard, ordering a Tianjin pre-dreadnought. This is one that they're making. It's not heavy though, so I feel like we should be okay. Yeah, we should be okay. not going to be better than ours. So, and what we want to do now is we want to order the Nizumu class design study, and that is going to be built at Britain as well. Unfortunately, this has the rate of fire penalty. Could have made it 9, but however, the quality isn't there, so. Okay. What we'll do is we'll just start 2 here, just so we can build a little bit more up. Boom times has been a rainfall in tax. Well, we want to build the railroads because this will increase our long-term development. The navy will be temporary. Railroads last forever. So we currently have just under 140. Okay, this is our officers being promoted. They ordered another pre-dreadnought. Yeah, and we got about 4,000 from that. Which is like 350 a month or so, which is nice. Nice. Go to build screen. The Hakuma. We kind of want to save our some of our budget for the dreadnoughts, so we'll just go with 2 for now. We'll just go with 2. We'll go again. Yep. They've increased naval spending. They're laying down new ships. Spain and China increases. We'll close that for now. And we'll check. Oh, that's a bit weird because in this window it says that they should have 15 speed. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I was hoping they would have 15, but I guess it was a little waste of money, but it's nothing. Okay, so now we want to make some Shimosa. Now, we're gonna pause our coastal batteries that we just put on. And then we want to order some Shimosas because China is currently making, I think, 3. Yeah. I feel like we need to make 3 ourselves, but the cost is quite high. We'll be in the red by about 2,000. Yeah, we can't support that unless we decrease something else. Oh yeah, I forgot that's something I wanted to do. I wanted to actually scrap this because it's not going to do anything. It's just so useless. It's a waste of money. That's but now that it's had 2 extra turns on it, I feel like I don't want it. It might be good for value. It probably is the correct option to keep it now that it's come to this point. But I don't want it. I don't want it. So we'll make 2 Shimosa. That'll keep us in the green. We want a 3rd one, but we can't really afford it right now. Maybe in 7 months' time we can get that going. Okay. Reduced. Yes. Not interested in it right now because we can't afford it. Let's go. Spain. The problem is, let's have a look at Spain. I don't want to get dragged into a fight with anyone because of Spain. And I feel like we can probably beat China, right? I feel like we don't want them. And we don't want anyone allying us and taking some of China and the treaty afterwards. I feel like because no one really likes them except for France, we would only be raising tension with Spain. So I feel like raise tension with Spain, who aren't strong at all, and get budget is a good idea. So we have 44. Oh, they ordered another dreadnought. Okay. 44. Yeah, we only got Spain, so that's good. And we got about 8,000, so like 700 a month or so. I feel like with that we can just get another Shimosa. We're beating the red by about 1,000, and yeah, we can get another Shimosa. And by the time these are done, we won't have lost all that money. They made another armored cruiser. China and France, Russia. Ooh, I don't like the Russia though. Colonial crisis with Russia. I don't want to fight Russia right now. I don't actually want to fight Russia right now. I don't mind the tension loss. I don't mind the prestige loss. And I certainly don't mind the tension loss. Especially if we're getting the budget. So I don't want to fight Russia right now. So I'm happy. Yeah, 52. And it decreased. And we got 8k again. So we got another 700, which is good. It's great. I'm just gonna put these two on. Well, I want to keep the bank open, so we can keep ships rolling out. So for now, we'll just keep going on. China, random up, random down. Spain went down as well, so nice. Let's go again. Germany, USA, China, they made, yeah, the armored cruisers are done. We'll go again. Are armored cruisers done? Italy? Italy? I feel like Italy's in the same category as Spain. We don't care if we anger them. And angering them for some budget would be good. Angering them for prestige though. Germany might be angered. So I feel like if it angers China, it might be good. We'll try it. Yep. Okay, and we'll check. And it was just Italy, so we don't care about Italy. And we'll make another Shimosa, because we need to keep up with the amount of pre-dreadnoughts that China's making. Okay, I feel like the plan for the amount of money we had has gone down the drain just with the amount of dreadnoughts they're making. Yeah, they're making 5, which is crazy. But hopefully we can beat them in other departments. Where's our cruiser? Akuma. Make another Another light cruiser, why not? Oh, it's government. Oh, so that's just done then. Or was that the one we done? Ah, that was just a random event one then. That's nice then. So our next ships on 12 months. What about our docks? 4 months for 1k. Okay. I feel like we could squeeze out another ship and still be okay. In that case, I kind of want to get out a new heavy cruiser. In 4 months, this will be... we'll be okay. Yeah, we should be okay. With the docks completed, but then we want to upgrade them again afterwards, so... But we kind of really do need the ships put out. I feel like we really need the ships put out. Okay. Oh. Anti-Spanish rebellion in the Philippines. Ah, and our training is done for torpedo tactics. Ooh, hoo, hoo. So we're definitely looking to increase tension with China. Okay. Yep. They're making more pre-dreadnoughts. It's crazy. And tension with them went up. So I guess we can end it here with a little bit of an arms race building between us and China. Maybe we should be focusing fully on dreadnought. However, if we can definitively win the cruiser fight with our superior cruisers, then that can help make up for the dreadnought imbalance, and our dreadnoughts should be so much better than these, and faster as well, so they can maneuver more, and they have torpedoes. I feel like we'll be okay. They are making 6 right now though. It's crazy. We're only making 4, but yeah, in the long term with the cruiser fight, I think we'll be much better, especially with the light cruisers coming out. So yeah, we'll go here then into a little 1891 naval review, just to end things off then. So looking into the state of the world at the start of 1891, well, obviously only a year's passed since the game start, so there's not been much ship production. It's mainly been some heavy armoured cruisers that I've been finishing for us as Japan, for China as well. USA strangely scrapped some corvettes, half their corvettes, and I assume all the battleships will be, or the blue bars will be going up in 1 or 2 years' time. Politics wise, we've increased with a few people. Spain, Italy, doesn't really matter. Germany though, a little bit scary. However, Germany is quite high with France, so hopefully nothing much happens there. The main one we want to think about is the one with China. We want to increase the one with China. Mainly as well because of the state of the empire and navy in 1891. We're still endangered by Qing China quite a lot. our development raised by math 704 over this year. I think most of that was due to the railroad decision, which is great. That's a 10% increase to basically our GDP. That's fantastic. Don't have any new tech though. And as well, looking at the state of the navies between the two of us, I think we're okay on the protected cruiser front. I'm pretty sure we're going to definitely win the cruiser actions, especially with our new, much better protected cruisers. We have a good armoured cruiser on the way as well, but we're keeping parity with them. The main issue is the dreadnought numbers. There's a bit of a dreadnought race between us. They have 5 made, 6 making. Although there's only 800 tonners, I think. 8,000 tonners. Ours are 13,000 tonners, and they have all that extra armament on them. So I feel like these 4 are definitely equal to their 6. At least. Don't know their specs yet, because they haven't been made, but we'll keep an eye on that. I'm mainly considering if we could push for war before these dreadnoughts are finished. We would have another I would want to say 16 months before the first batches start coming out, and then another 3 months after that for them to get worked up. So if we could start a war with them next year, we would have 8 or so months of them without the dreadnoughts, but our dreadnoughts are still not great. So we won't even be able to contest them there. We kind of really need these dreadnoughts. So I'm thinking that from now on, we pump up pre-dreadnought production. We desperately need more. This is where our budget will be going. We'll pause the coastal batteries for now. It's nice to have them there and ticking on any turns that they can. But we desperately need more pre-dreadnoughts. In fact, I feel like we might even pause our dock production just to pump out an extra dreadnought as well. I feel like that will be very important. But yes, this is my second episode of the Let's Play Rule the Waves 3 as Japan. Yeah, I'll see you next time, where hopefully nothing silly happens to us with Germany or Russia, and it's just China. But yeah, thank you for watching. Ciao out. Bye bye.